you ever been with a group of strangers and having only known them for a brief amount of time started to feel like they were your family? As though they were some sort of removed cousins lost in the bloodlines of history. I guess when you're essentially stranded on a boat at sea for 4 days, it will have that effect. When you're within less than 5 feet of another person at every moment of every day, you kind of have no choice but to get to know them all on a deeper level. France, Germany, Canada, Singapore, Indonesia, Australia, among many others. It felt as though the entire world was on this ship, each person almost like an ambassador for the many countries scattered throughout the globe. Everyone was there to help another out, to give amazing conversations on their lives before meeting at this point, or to have a laugh at the card game we'd all spent at least 2 hours playing. We snorkeled in some of Indonesia's most lively waters, played in waterfalls, climbed mountains, met local children who were so excited to witness foreigners so near the remote village. We swam with manta rays, watched from a distance that would have made most people uncomfortable the Komodo dragon in its natural habitat. And together we struggled to get the first serving of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Above all, the sunrises each morning could have been the most peaceful and unifying moments at sea. Nobody had alarms, except Eddie. His woke most of the boat on the second day because he forgot to turn it off. Everyone would wake up quietly and see the sunrise about to begin. The sky would be full of pinks and oranges as though you're opening a fresh grapefruit, and we would crawl out of our sleeping quarters, careful not to step on anyone's feet on the way out. From there, it was silence. Nothing but the sound of the boat gently motoring through the water, with everyone focused on the rising sun over the horizon. If you asked any of us in the moment, I'm sure we would have told you that it was the best way any of us could have started our day. Oh, and this is Al. He was our guide. A true warm soul who was always enthusiastic about conversation and made sure you knew exactly what the plan was for the day. You never see Al without a big, warming smile on his face.
Thank you so much for attention, guys. Okay.
Tell me your name again.
Al. Just call me Al.
I noticed that when people were on a boat with no internet connection in the middle of the ocean for multiple days, feelings of boredom would strike, and techniques were developed to combat the lethargic emotions. Some of us would exercise, some played different games of cards, some wrote and read. Various puzzles and mind games even seemed to do the trick. Myself and others spent a lot of time napping, sitting with our thoughts, pondering the questions we had in our heads about our travels and ourselves. Life without technology brought everyone together to share stories and tell tales of places they've been around the world, or discuss the places we wanted to go in the future. I don't think there could have been a better group of people for the trip. From young children to some of us being in our 60s, sourced from all over the planet, we all got along. Actually, we did more than that. Friendships were made and bonds were solidified. Almost everyone felt like your new best friend that you had known since grade school. There is really no feeling that brings a greater sense of fulfillment and happiness than being with people who you are completely comfortable to be yourself around. More than the amazing views, turquoise waters, and experiences of a lifetime, we all got to share these moments with our newfound friends. Perhaps some of us entered this journey with intentions of having cool stories of living on a boat, seeing the wild Komodo dragon, or all of the other sights that we could tell our friends about back home. But as the days grew short, it started to become more about the people who were there in front of us than the people we would talk to back home. On our last night, the crew of the Anugrah set up lights and loudspeakers so that we could have a party. But we all decided that we wanted to spend our last night together underneath the stars, watching the Milky Way soar across the sky while comets and shooting stars burned up in the atmosphere. A solid way to end an amazing trip, if you ask me.
It's really nice to try.
But yeah, I killed a gator by accident. I was doing a boat test and he popped up and I just ran him over. That was
good. Fuck
Just
haters.
feel like
Yeah, exactly. I really didn't.